All right. So we are back at our Qasr Ibrim parchment manuscript. Let's have a look at this one today. So it's the other side of what we did 1 or 2 days ago, which contained this Psalm 45. And so we're gonna work on the recto side of this, or side 1, or whatever you want to call it. Right here, and as with the verso, it's really the lower half of the manuscript that's relatively well preserved. The upper half is a bit of a mess, as you can see. So we're gonna start from the bottom and then work our way up and see how far we get. By the way, we're not at all dealing with this leaf here, the one that's been folded diagonally. I actually do not know what's on it. To be discovered. So again, Adam has produced a preliminary transcription and a reading text, and as always I'll work from the reading text and then I'll check the Old Nubian. So we have identified what this is. It's Psalm 95. And in fact, the part of Psalm 95 that's on this particular part, it continues on the other side where we had Psalm 45. But here, let's say in this first part, we have verse 9 to 11 of Psalm 95, and as the obverse side, it's fully bilingual, so we have alternating Greek, Old Nubian, Greek, Old Nubian. So let's start at the bottom here. We have the full verse in Greek, starting here, Aphanes Tozon until Autes, which corresponds nicely with the official version. We only have a little bit of Nubian of the translation right here. Pesuana, so let's start by putting a little stroke here, as you can see. And then, so this is this verb, right? They rejoiced, and who rejoiced? The heavens. Let the heavens rejoice, in fact. And so this should be a hori, in fact, because this is the beginning of the word. I always forget where it is. Where's my hori? There it is. It's not a letter that occurs very often. Hori, and then here at the edge, the left-right corner, this is a row. You can see its tail here, it's smudged, and then its little belly. So that means we have a row here. On the other side, maybe we can already have a quick look at that. So that's the side that we looked at yesterday. The first letter here should be a mu. And in fact, then it's gamma, omicron, epsilon. Well, this is clearly an epsilon here. So I am going to supplement that there. Maybe it's harmi or harmu. See actually how that plural has been attested. It could be that, I mean, there is definitely, if there is a mu here, but it feels that this is, I mean, you see likely nothing, but what I see is is this shape right here, and I see a hooky, like at least a vertical here, and then an omicron here. Let's have a quick look. This is how I would love to spend my summer holiday. Yeah. I mean, do we have space? If this is goo here, unless it's mu iota, this is gamma omicron and then epsilon here, but it's most likely in any case this. So I'm just gonna put this here and call it a day. And then let's put a quick little line 18. So we have this. And we have so this is Bus to rejoice with first past 3 plural on predicated marker and command marker. So here with use of meaning. Do we need a little notation of that? Good to have the reference to the specific chapter in the grammar. Topic, focus, emphasis. Okay, where's that? The use of meaning of a command. Just for 2. Okay. This is simply the word heaven. have a plural. Mm-hmm. And further unknown morphology. And then this translates Greek. Line 1, 16. Yes. Okay, so that's this little part. And then we have a lovely long piece here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whole lines. Oh no, wait, there's Greek in between. Tiny Greek. Tiny Greek. Okay, so they're cutting up everything. Okay, so then let's start with these shorter sentences. Oh. Is this a textual variant? Is it? Okay, so we have this thing which starts with kai gar. Okay, so here is a break. Kai gar katortosen ten oikumenen. Het is u salutasetai. Krinaela at the end. So here there is basically some stuff. How nice. So he shall judge the people in righteousness and blah 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 in his anger. That's obviously his on tar. We also have this word for anger, actually, which I think fits fine here, if I remember, because it ends in R. So we have R and then ro for locative. Yeah, nocter. So this should be then tarin. Yeah, nocter. You see it guys here. Ta. Then this must be the nu. Ta. On. Tar. In. Ngak. kappa here. Knock. Oh. Knock. Oh. Not that big. What's happening? There. Tarin Ngoktero. Lovely. Now this should be readable. On Sippy. This is simply Sippy and the people in his anger. It's the Etna, should this be then? Yeah. Etna. Go. / This is a simple theta. Just marking this that I worked in the Greek. This is rather large. Anyhow. This should be Sippy Gukon. On large Omicron here. And this is this is a Chi, of course. This type of abbreviation should be also down here somewhere. You should be able to see it here, for example. Chi. That's also here. Chi. So let's help add them a little bit. On. This is with the top. Sip. Sigma here, P clear here. This is also clearly a P, I would say. And then a iota. Sipi Gukon Tarin. Lovely. Ngoktero. Beautiful. Okay, so this is done. Mm-hmm. On okay. So Nocter means anger. With assimilated locative low. So this is the singular personal pronoun with genitive. this? No. Is there a thing above? Can't really see it, maybe. Dash of sorts. Sub. How do you translate it? People, I would say. No, nations. Plural. Accusative and topic. And this yon topic marker actually assimilates to on. Where do I write about this? On after the accusative. I wrote about this. And then finally, on this coordinator. And the little hands on top of the new is tested elsewhere. So it's this little head thing. You can see it here, right? This is not a stroke. This is like a head, and it always is on. When it's, in this case, starting a new verse. I should discuss this under punctuation. No. There we go. Circumflex. Let's say just say is well tested. Okay, so that's then this little part. Then, I mean, this is perfectly totally readable, so we don't have to do anything, I think, here, except for middle delta, so mu epsilon delta delta lambda, another lambda omicron kappa omega, that's all fine, that's just width. This is his Laos. I'll just actually let me also. Come on, Vincent, make this actually nice. Give it a proper accent, and then. Ha ha ha, what accent goes here? An acute? No. This one. I think. No, that doesn't look good. It's this one. No. Okay, so line 13, line 14. Krine, yeah, that looks like it's fine. Pesh. Ooh. What letter could... Is this not a Jima or something? Yeah, Iota Jima. Because it's plural, so we should read here Iota and Jima. Iota Jima, quite clear. This refers to the plural object, right? Kuptekuka. So this is completely expected, and then because they're imitating the Greek word order with the verb at initial position, we have a affirmative verb form, and also plural. Plural. Prospective, or how do you translate this? Futural, prospective. What is the word that I use for this? Intentional. Hide. Okay. Let's just put them in. So this is a really smooth sailing part. I love it. I love it that this is all good old Nubian. Pesh, meaning to judge, if I am not mistaken. Actually, it has a bunch of different meanings over time. It's one of these words that shifts in meaning. So it means to judge, but then over time it starts to mean to request or to ask. So like it becomes a more generalistic sense of demanding, let's say. Pesh, to judge. There we go. Pesh. So this is to judge. Where am I? Page 150. And then with a whole bunch of things with pluractional that, intentional that, affirmative, present, this, present, 2, 3, singular, that thing, and predicate, marker. The affirmative is used to move the main verb into verb second position to imitate Greek word order. Do we want a little reference to my grammar? I think so. Because I have a nice little section on verb second if I don't. If I'm not, yep, 3.2. You know, it's always kind of nice because basically whenever you see new texts, they provide you with either evidence for what you already wrote or counter evidence or new examples of something that you didn't know yet. So it's always every new text that I read is a test. Every text is a test of your previous assumptions. And so usually, since I've seen a lot of text, they hold up kind of well, but now and then I have to revise my ideas. In this case, like, the translator does exactly what I expect him to do. You know, we have a Greek sentence starting with the verb krinai. The translator who operates in this, let's say, Dongola school of translation, which we have seen in all the other psalm translations, in fact, is quite faithful to the Greek word order. So it will try to move the verb to the front. You cannot really do that in Old Nubian unless you use this specific suffix, this for the affirmative, and that allows you to move the verb to verb second position. That's basically what's happening here. So to move the verb over the direct object, which is kuptukuka here. So kupt, people. With plural this and accusative that. And then we have that word which should translate this autatati. I haven't seen this word. Fullness. Yeah. In righteousness. Yeah, this is not. In readiness. Possibly the root medal. full ready. But here used nominally. Readiness. With locative. Lo. Oh. This is postposition. Call with. I mean, the call clearly based on a verbal root to have. By or through, okay. Sorry, this means by or through. Preceded by locative. This okay. Adding some line numbers here. Yep. The precise sense of is unclear. Okay, so we have done this little part. Let's go up another one. So that should be this part. Kaigar kat ortose ten ukomenen oikumenen. Het is usala tacitae. For he has established a world so that it not be moved. For he has established a world so that it not be moved. Not move. Genyamindralo. That's that word. With gen. For to move, if I'm not mistaken. Gen. Huh. Even better, it's attested only as earthquake. So, okay, Maybe earthquake is then actually simply used for moving. Huh. Oh, we have this very same form in ion 1, 2. Okay, that's really interesting. Is this so let's have a look. Did I PQI 1, 3? Okay, that's not very helpful. Is this Psalm, what is it elsewhere? Psalm 95? No, it's not. Okay, well, at least we have the chance now to correct something, because gain is to shake. This should be gain. Okay, well, let's start. And let's just start with this form, because we actually have a little bit of work to do on that. Going to shake. Most likely the way constructions listed under going ought to be corrected. Right, because this is crystal clear. So let's have a look at Plumley and Brown. 1, 3. Verso, line 15, and these line 7. Ah, who? Wait. Okay, are we just... Is this not exactly the same psalm? This is Psalm 95. Holy hell. I was already thinking, I totally feel that I've read this thing before. Okay, so we can do some very nice comparative work then. So it's these two. Also, let's just dump this in here, just so I have this. Okay. It's this page here. So let's go through this actually then. From the beginning of where we are. Kai Gar. Kai Gar. Kai Gar. So let's work our way back. We can now so this to wit okay, let's wait for a second here. How to do this in a okay, so the word for world is Garkem Soka. Yeah, this is for angled. Garkem Soka I non. Okay, so we have this. Garkem mu here. So Omicron quite clear actually. Garkem so ka alpha in the hiatus, epsilon in the hiatus, iota here. Then what comes before that? Very different verb. For kat or tosen, to get ready, but here Tulgar, yeah. Fascinating. Am I reading this right? Tulgar. Gar. Okay, so the verb ends here. Ah. Tulgar. Rim. This must be Tulgarimma. Tulgar. This must be a mu. Gar. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This must be a mu. And then this must this is clearly a so I should here say P PQI. Um, 1, 3, 2. 6, 7. Genyam. Genyamin. Brown lists. Oh, this is very exciting because like we can now do this nice comparative work. Gointak. Okay, so that's 1. Then this verb, I should say compare PQI 1, 3. 7. And on. This is Garkin, so world. With accusative. And this should be compared to PQI 1, 3. 6, 7. Wait, did I read this incorrectly? Yeah, so this is 7, 8. This actually, oh, I have no idea what this is here. So let's look at that. And then completely different verb. I mean, I nearly feel that that must be a misreading just because, like, that verb occurs a little bit later. different verb. Perhaps a scribal error. Because what is the meaning? Is established. Ah. To be full ready. But it's, however, this reconstruction should probably be corrected to a parallel affirmative form. Okay, now let's fill in the blanks. We don't know this also, but this is with causative, intentional, affirmative, present, 2-3 singular, and predicate marker. So a whole bunch of morphology here. Then the verb, actually, what is this verb? Tool, I don't remember. To make secure, to fix. Yeah. To be secure, strong, yeah. This is just very stupid. So this is simply and it. Yeah. So this is simply the proximal demonstrative. Why would I even write like this. Just simply this is in. This with topic marker on. Absolutely gorgeous. And now we can go down again and see actually how we're doing with the rest of the reconstruction, how much parallel this actually runs. So translates Greek line one 8 to 10. I really cannot get enough of this type of thing. Like, I was reading because like I had this distinct feeling is like I've seen Psalm 95 and I go around, I look around, and it's like, oh no, maybe not. And then obviously my intuition was right, but my brain just didn't remember exactly where I'd seen it. Are we doing plural else for plural lines? Okay. Now, Greek fully reconstructed here, fine. All Nubian doing fine. Then let's see what the text says. Krine laus en uitateti. Krine laus en uit. Okay, with haplography. Ah, so here we can correct also. We can correct a lot. Ha! Okay. So we have Tarrin. I would have to see this actual. And then this psalm doesn't contain the okay, so we should say something about this. Make a note about parallels with PQI 13. connected to why am I getting Japanese? I don't need Japanese. Okay. Kuptuguka is the same, so that's fine. Compare PQI 1.3 10 Kuptuguka. It's exactly the same word. This part of the verse is absent and incorrect. Okay, so we probably should be able to check this Pesuana Sohar. What did we think here? Harmigul. Okay, but we can do more now. We can do more. Onto where does this go? We can do more. We can do all of this now, basically. I mean, if you see it. Harmigul, la 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 la. Here. Where does he read Tangan? This is Uro, Tangan, Omicron Epsilon. Oh shit, we don't have this line at all. Okay, however. Okay, now I feel also a little bit less worth about. Okay, how much more can we do? Do we have until Prosopu? Yeah. Are you going to reconstruct this entire thing? No. Reconstructed on the basis of PQI 3, 1, 2. Okay, he doesn't even have that. But I'm fine with actually reconstructing the lambda. Line 14. I got Joanna, so yeah, no, that's as far as we can go because like it's just what it is. Okay, but exciting. Different verb here. Okay, so we were up here. Then we can go Salas side to side. Okay. Cut or toe sen. Okay. There we go. Pigula is in our PQI manuscripts, so let's see how far we can go up. Where are we? Kuptugu. Wait, wrong manuscript. This one, sorry. Wait, I just completely got, sorry. This manuscript, right? Yeah, Pesh. Okay, so we have tralo e basileus ngodel lo. Okay. End of the line. Spigula. Yeah, spigula. And then we have the so here of Pesana so. Okay. Gonna go for that. Sup. Oh. Spigula. So. Say among the heathen. Okay, indeed, we have beginning again of the hoe kun je dus een basileia? Yeah. That's actually I'm okay with this reconstruction. Pesana so. I think that's actually a pretty good guess for Ipata. The thing is that Brown is sometimes doing really weird stuff, but sometimes you're also just like, yeah, well, this is pretty good. Sorry, this is line 10. This is line 11. We are really making great progress on this. So this is PQI13. 2 and 3. La. Here, PQ, 2. To speak. with imperative 2, 3 plural. Anna and command marker. We're just gonna do this whole page today. That just really, really, really amazing. Nation. With plural and dative. Okay, and then this thing translates Greek line 1-6 this. Okay. Then let's continue. This is well established. This is line 9. Home stretch. So this is what do we have here? Not the law. 3. Oh, kudos. So this is mod Lord with determiner and focus marker. Okay. Then we have this gap. Basically for this E basileuse. Also reconstructed here. Hopeless. Translates Greek 6. Kurios. The following verb cannot be reconstructed in Old Nubian, as it is also absent from the PQI-13 manuscripts. Okay. Can we do more? We can, because this goes further up. It gets worse though. Well, let's see how far we can get. Saleteto apoprosopu autu passa hege. Let all the earth. Ah, so we again have this trembling going on. Let all the. Okay, so the before him is to Watto should be all the earth. Where are we? Is to Watto. Okay, this is all perfectly. This is this. This should be Tario Oro, I would think, before him. Let's see what Brown has here. Tarin. This I love it. Conlo. So this is a lambda here. Okay, even better we have this. Okay, I'm willing to go with that. Tarin. Conlo. Watto, I would say this should be a lambda, and then reconstructor should be here in omega. Again, not so bad. At all. Shake, followed by unknown morphology. Bronze. Reconstruction of the verbal root. Takaso. Likely have to be reconsidered. Torren. Three singular personal pronoun with genitive. Reconstructed on the basis of Coinlo. Coin face with locative. There. Basis of postposition, auto before. Upstream. has been attested both following a vocative as here and a determiner as in PQ3. There's a stroke here. Earth. Auto is entire. With focus marker low. Bronze reconstruction. GMO should likely have to be reconsidered. Okay, this we cannot really look at. This we don't have information about. Can we go higher? Which basically like that's looking at this little piece here. Okay, so Poskuneset Tokuru Atu. Does it go up that far? Yeah. Okay, so so okay, so it should be. What is this Tirn? No. Worship the Lord in His holy court. Okay, he's just making stuff up here. Okay. No. No, Anna Sortakatan. No. You cannot match anything here except for this. Painful, but no. I think that, but come on, we did shitload of this. This is really not that bad.